Have you ever found yourself wondering if certain habits or routines might be holding you back from fully enjoying your intimate life as you get older? Maybe you've noticed little things that just don't feel the same as they used to. Or perhaps you've heard advice that left you more confused than informed. Well, you're not alone. Many of us, as we age, start to question what's normal, what's healthy, and what might need a little adjustment. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Intimacy is a beautiful part of life, no matter your age. It's a way to connect, to feel alive, and to express love and affection. But let's be honest, our bodies change as we get older, and so do our needs. That doesn't mean we have to give up on enjoying a fulfilling intimate life. It just means we might need to approach things a little differently. In this video, we're going to explore 10 things you might want to reconsider if you're over 60 and still enjoying an active intimate life. These aren't rules, but rather gentle suggestions to help you feel your best and keep the spark alive. Let's start with the first thing you might want to stop doing: ignoring your physical health. Now, I know this might sound obvious, but hear me out. As we age, our bodies naturally go through changes. Hormone levels shift, muscles might not be as strong as they once were, and certain health conditions can become more common. But here's the thing: your physical health plays a huge role in your intimate life. If you're not taking care of your body, it's going to be harder to enjoy those special moments with your partner. For example, let's talk about cardiovascular health. Your heart and blood vessels are essential for maintaining energy and stamina, not just for everyday activities but for intimacy as well. If you're not staying active or eating well, you might find yourself feeling more tired or less interested in being close with your partner. And it's not just about exercise. Things like managing stress, getting enough sleep, and staying hydrated all play a part too. So, if you've been putting off that annual checkup or skipping your daily walk, now's the time to make your health a priority. Your body will thank you, and so will your partner. Now, let's move on to the second thing: neglecting emotional connection. Intimacy isn't just about the physical act, it's about the bond you share with your partner. As we get older, life can throw all sorts of challenges our way. Maybe you've retired and are spending more time together than ever before, or perhaps you're dealing with the loss of loved ones or changes in your social circle. These experiences can affect how you relate to each other, and if you're not nurturing that emotional connection, it can spill over into your intimate life. Think about it. When was the last time you really talked to your partner about how you're feeling? Not just the day-to-day stuff, but the deeper emotions, the dreams, the fears, the joys. Emotional intimacy is the foundation of a strong relationship, and it can make all the difference when it comes to physical intimacy. So, take the time to reconnect. Plan a date night, write a love letter, or simply sit down and have a heartfelt conversation. Those small moments of connection can reignite the spark and bring you closer together in every way. And finally, let's talk about the third thing: comparing yourself to your younger self. This is a big one, and it's something so many of us struggle with. It's easy to look back and remember how things used to be, how you felt, how you looked, how you moved through the world. But here's the truth: you're not the same person you were 20 or 30 years ago, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's natural. Trying to hold yourself to the same standards as your younger self can lead to frustration and disappointment, and that's not fair to you or your partner. Instead of focusing on what's changed, try to embrace where you are right now. Celebrate the wisdom and experience you've gained over the years. Focus on what feels good in the moment, rather than chasing some idealized version of the past. Remember, intimacy is about connection, not perfection. It's about being present with your partner and enjoying the time you have together. So, let go of those comparisons and give yourself permission to enjoy this chapter of your life on your own terms. Now that we've covered these first 3 points, let's take a moment to reflect. Ignoring your physical health, neglecting emotional connection, and comparing yourself to your younger self are all habits that can hold you back from fully enjoying your intimate life. But the good news is, they're also habits you can change. By taking small steps to prioritize your health, nurture your relationship, and embrace where you are in life, you can create a more fulfilling and joyful experience for both you and your partner. In the next part, we'll dive into a few more things you might want to reconsider, like the importance of communication and the role of self-confidence. But for now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you noticed any of these habits in your own life? What steps have you taken to keep the spark alive? Share your experiences in the comments below. I can't wait to read them. And if you found this video helpful, Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life at any age. Until next time, take care and keep embracing the joy of connection. Now that we've talked about the importance of physical health, emotional connection, and letting go of comparisons, let's move on to the next few things you might want to reconsider. These are all about creating a more open, confident, and enjoyable experience for both you and your partner. Because let's face it, intimacy is a shared journey, and the more you both feel comfortable and connected, the better it gets. The fourth thing to stop doing is avoiding conversations about intimacy. I know, talking about this stuff can feel awkward, especially if you've been with your partner for a long time. You might think, we've been together for decades, they know what I like, and I know what they like. But here's the thing, people change. What felt good 20 years ago might not feel the same now, and that's completely normal. If you're not talking about it, though, you might miss out on discovering new ways to connect and enjoy each other. So, how do you start that conversation? It doesn't have to be a big, serious talk. You can bring it up in a light, casual way. Maybe say something like, I was thinking about how much I love being close to you, and I realized we haven't really talked about what feels good for us these days. What do you think? It's all about creating a safe space where both of you can share openly without fear of judgment. And remember, this isn't about pointing out what's not working, it's about exploring what could be even better. You might be surprised at how much closer you feel just by having that conversation. Next up, the fifth thing to stop doing is neglecting your self-confidence. This one is huge, because how you feel about yourself directly impacts how you show up in your intimate life. If you're constantly worrying about how you look or whether you're doing it right, it's going to be hard to relax and enjoy the moment. And let's be real, society doesn't always do a great job of celebrating aging bodies. But here's the truth, confidence is attractive at any age. It's not about having a perfect body or following some arbitrary standard. It's about owning who you are and embracing your unique beauty. So, how do you build that confidence? Start by focusing on the things you love about yourself. Maybe it's your smile, your sense of humor, or the way you make your partner feel. Spend time doing things that make you feel good, whether that's dressing up in an outfit you love, taking a relaxing bath, or simply spending a few minutes each day appreciating your body for all it does for you. And if negative thoughts creep in, gently remind yourself that you're worthy of love and connection exactly as you are. When you feel good about yourself, it shines through, and that energy can transform your intimate life. Now, let's talk about the sixth thing, rushing through intimacy. Life can get busy, even as we get older, and it's easy to fall into the habit of treating intimacy like just another item on the to-do list. But here's the thing, intimacy isn't something to check off quickly. It's a chance to slow down, be present, and truly connect with your partner. When you rush, you miss out on the little moments that make intimacy so special. The touch of a hand, the warmth of a smile, the feeling of being completely in sync with someone you love. So, how do you slow things down? Start by setting the mood. Light a few candles, play some soft music, or simply take a few deep breaths together before you begin. Focus on the sensations and the connection, rather than the end goal. And don't be afraid to take breaks or switch things up if something doesn't feel right. The more you can relax and enjoy the process, the more fulfilling it will be for both of you. Remember, intimacy is about the journey, not the destination. As we wrap up this part of the conversation, let's take a moment to reflect. Avoiding conversations about intimacy, neglecting your self-confidence, and rushing through the experience are all habits that can get in the way of truly enjoying your intimate life. But just like the habits we talked about earlier, these are things you can change. By opening up the lines of communication, building your confidence, and slowing down to savor the moment, you can create a deeper, more meaningful connection with your partner. In the next part, we'll explore a few more things to consider, like the role of experimentation and the importance of self-care. But for now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these suggestions in your own life? What's worked for you? And what challenges have you faced? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I always love hearing your stories. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life at any age. Until next time, take care and keep embracing the joy of connection. Now that we've covered the importance of communication, self-confidence, and taking your time, let's move on to the next few things you might want to reconsider. These points are all about exploring new possibilities, taking care of yourself, and creating an environment where intimacy can thrive. Because here's the thing, intimacy isn't static. It's a dynamic, evolving part of life, and there's always room to grow and discover new ways to connect with your partner. The seventh thing to stop doing is being afraid to experiment. Now, I know the word experiment might sound a little intimidating, especially if you've been with the same partner for a long time. But experimenting doesn't have to mean doing anything drastic or outside your comfort zone. It's simply about trying new things and seeing what feels good for both of you. Maybe it's exploring a new position, introducing a little romance with candles or music, or even just changing up the time of day you're intimate. Small changes can make a big difference. Think of it like this: if you've been eating the same meal every day for years, it might still taste good, but it could start to feel a little predictable. Trying something new can reignite your excitement and bring a fresh perspective to your relationship. And the best part? You don't have to figure it all out on your own. Talk to your partner about what they might like to try, and be open to sharing your own ideas. It's all about having fun and discovering new ways to connect. Remember, there's no right or wrong here, just what feels good for both of you. Next, let's talk about the eighth thing: skipping self-care. This one might seem a little obvious, but it's so important that it's worth repeating. Self-care isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good, both physically and emotionally. When you take care of yourself, you're better able to show up fully in your intimate life. And let's be honest, when you feel good, it shows. Your energy, your confidence, your mood, it all radiates out and affects how you connect with your partner. So, what does self-care look like? It can be different for everyone, but here are a few ideas to get you started. Maybe it's taking a few minutes each day to stretch or do some light exercise to keep your body feeling strong and flexible. Or perhaps it's treating yourself to a relaxing bath or massage to ease any tension or discomfort. It could even be something as simple as getting enough sleep or drinking plenty of water to keep your energy levels up. The key is to find what works for you and make it a regular part of your routine. When you feel good in your own skin, it's easier to enjoy the moments you share with your partner. Now, let's move on to the ninth thing: ignoring the importance of your environment. This might not be something you've thought much about, but the space you're in can have a big impact on your intimate life. Think about it. If your bedroom is cluttered, uncomfortable, or just not very inviting, it's going to be harder to relax and enjoy the moment. On the other hand, a cozy, welcoming space can set the stage for a more enjoyable experience. So, how do you create an environment that supports intimacy? Start by thinking about the senses. Soft lighting, like from a lamp or candles, can create a warm, relaxing atmosphere. Comfortable bedding and pillows can make a big difference in how you feel physically. And don't forget about scent. A lightly scented candle or some fresh flowers can add a touch of romance to the room. It's all about creating a space where you and your partner can feel comfortable, relaxed, and connected. And the best part? You don't have to spend a lot of money or do a complete home makeover. Even small changes can make a big difference. As we wrap up this part of the conversation, let's take a moment to reflect. Being afraid to experiment, skipping self-care, and ignoring your environment are all habits that can get in the way of fully enjoying your intimate life. But just like the habits we've talked about earlier, these are things you can change. By being open to trying new things, taking care of yourself, and creating a welcoming space, you can enhance your connection with your partner and make your intimate life even more fulfilling. In the next part, we'll dive into the final points, including the importance of staying curious and embracing the joy of intimacy at any age. But for now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried experimenting with new ways to connect with your partner? What self-care practices make you feel your best? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I always love hearing your stories. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life at any age. Until next time, take care and keep embracing the joy of connection. We've covered so much ground already, from the importance of physical health and emotional connection to the value of self-care and creating a welcoming environment. Now, let's dive into the final points that can help you continue to enjoy a fulfilling and joyful intimate life as you age. These last few suggestions are all about staying curious, embracing change, and celebrating the unique beauty of this chapter in your life. The 10th thing to stop doing is assuming intimacy has an expiration date. This is a big one, and it's something so many people struggle with as they get older. There's this idea out there that intimacy is only for the young, and that as we age, it's time to hang up our hats and move on. But here's the truth: intimacy doesn't have an age limit. It might look different than it did in your 20s or 30s, But that doesn't mean it's any less meaningful or enjoyable. In fact, many people find that their intimate life becomes even richer and more fulfilling as they get older, because it's rooted in a deeper connection and understanding of themselves and their partner. So, how do you let go of that limiting belief? Start by reframing how you think about intimacy. Instead of seeing it as something that's tied to youth, think of it as a lifelong journey that evolves and grows with you. Focus on the things that make intimacy special for you now, whether that's the emotional closeness, the physical pleasure, or the simple joy of being with someone you love. And remember, there's no right way to experience intimacy. It's all about what feels good and meaningful for you and your partner. Now, let's talk about the 11th thing: neglecting your curiosity. Curiosity is one of the most powerful tools we have for keeping our intimate life vibrant and exciting. When we stay curious, we're open to new experiences, new ideas, and new ways of connecting with our partner. But as we get older, it's easy to fall into routines and habits that feel safe and familiar. While there's nothing wrong with comfort, it's also important to keep that sense of wonder and exploration alive. So, how do you stay curious? Start by asking questions, both of yourself and your partner. What do you enjoy most about your intimate life? What's something you've always wanted to try but never have? What makes you feel most connected to your partner? These questions can open up new conversations and possibilities that you might not have considered before. And don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone a little. Maybe it's reading a book or article about intimacy, trying a new activity together, or simply being more mindful and present during your time together. Curiosity keeps things fresh and exciting, and it's a wonderful way to deepen your connection. Finally, the 12th thing to stop doing is forgetting to celebrate the joy of intimacy. In the busyness of life, it's easy to take intimacy for granted or to see it as just another part of your routine. But intimacy is a gift, a chance to connect, to feel alive, and to express love in a way that's uniquely yours. When you take the time to celebrate that joy, it can transform your experience and bring a new level of appreciation to your relationship. So, how do you celebrate intimacy? It can be as simple as taking a moment to really savor the experience, whether that's during or after. Maybe it's expressing gratitude to your partner for the connection you share, or taking a few minutes to reflect on what you love most about your intimate life. You could even create little rituals or traditions that make your time together feel special, like lighting a candle, sharing a favorite song, or simply holding each other and talking about your day. The key is to approach intimacy with a sense of gratitude and celebration, rather than seeing it as something ordinary or routine. As we wrap up this conversation, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. From prioritizing your physical health and emotional connection to embracing curiosity and celebrating the joy of intimacy, these are all steps you can take to create a more fulfilling and vibrant intimate life. Remember, intimacy is a journey, not a destination, and it's never too late to make it a meaningful and joyful part of your life. I'd love to hear from you now. What's one thing you've learned from this video that you're excited to try? Or maybe there's a tip or idea that resonated with you in a special way. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I always love hearing your stories and experiences. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life at any age. Thank you so much for joining me today. Here's to embracing the beauty of connection, celebrating the joy of intimacy, and living your best life, no matter what age you are. Until next time, take care and keep shining.